Bilateral ties between Taiwan and Japan have become increasingly close, so I feel like working in Japan could be a relatively easy path.
Rachel, a Taiwanese student with a deep passion for Japanese history and culture, is preparing to begin her internship in Japan. She points out that the working environment in Taiwan presents significant challenges for the younger generation, especially for those graduating in social sciences and humanities.
It's definitely getting increasingly expensive to live in Taipei, so much so that it feels like it's similar to that of Japan. The cost of living, combined with the average wage range, makes the situation similar, but salaries in Taiwan are still relatively lower.
Rachel represents many young people in Taiwan who are feeling the economic pressure. Despite Taiwan's impressive per capita GDP of more than $30,000 in the first quarter of 2024, surpassing South Korea's and Japan's, many Taiwanese believe that this economic growth is not benefiting them. Scholars link this issue to the decreasing share of labor compensation within GDP.
A decline in the labor share of GDP means that the fruits of our economic growth, specifically the GDP and the added value it creates, are not being distributed to workers as much as expected. While the economic growth rate is strong, the annual wage increase hasn't kept pace.
The gap between the rich and the poor in Taiwan is increasingly noticeable, with median wages lagging significantly behind those in Japan and Korea. While Taiwan's GDP figures might suggest economic success, they do little to alleviate the growing sense of relative deprivation among many Taiwanese. Tackling this disparity remains a pressing challenge for the government. 黄冠伟、刘彦轩、黄志厚 TVBS World Taiwan